Hi, my name is Manoj. In this video, I'll try to explain why iPhone 13. So, I've been a user of an Android phone and I've used iPhone 12. And I've also used iPhone 5, if I'm not wrong, yes. And it's been over years that I've understood that why iPhone actually stands out from other phones. So, when iPhone 13 was out on the market, I tried to think to myself, is it really worth an upgrade from 12? Because I just sold my 12 because of the battery being very less in terms of discharge. So when I went to iPhone 13, I had multiple things in my mind, and to be frank, I was blown out by the way the phone had performed. So if you look at iPhone 13, when I purchased it, it was purchased for 81,000 in Amazon, and it's a Starlight color, and it's a 256 gig version. And if you ask me today why did I purchase it, I would say a couple of things. So it does have its cons and pros, but let me start with the pros. So it's a pretty premium phone. If you compare it with any Android for the amount you pay, it's a very premium phone which you get at this price point. And the other thing which comes into my mind is privacy. And if you're some person who actually uses it for your office work, I would still encourage you to purchase this because it's superb in terms of privacy. And the other bigger factor was the photography. So the photography in this phone is really good when you compare it with other phones. And another major factor which I would say is battery. So as I said, I moved out from iPhone 12 to back to Android and again back to iPhone 13. The iPhone 13 battery is really good in terms of comparison with other iPhones. The Pro model is even better, though it falls on a lesser mAh. But I would still say I am able to clock around 2 days with a very less usage of my iPhone. So I use another phone, a beta phone. It's an Android Moto G52, and I would still use my iPhone for all my primary calls and WhatsApp and other stuff. If you look at other factors why you should go for an iPhone is a smooth UI. I would say you can make use of the facilities on how this UI is so compatible for people who move from Android. So you would have seen Redmi phones which has too much of bloatware, and I would, if I compare it with other phones which I've used like Redmi and Samsung, to be honest, I think iPhone is really good in terms of the smooth UI. And I would also say I would think long term on this phone. If I'm purchasing this phone for 80,000, I would keep it for at least the next 5 years. So even if I'm going to change my phone every year for 20,000 rupees, I would still purchase an iPhone so that I can keep using it for the next 5 years. And along with the pros, there are some cons. As a user, you would see that there are some cons which people have to live with. The first thing is they've taken out the charger, and you don't have a charger on an iPhone right now. You would have to purchase it separately, which might come close to 1,800 to 2,200. And thinking about battery, though battery is one of the major benefits, I would say, in terms of comparison with other iPhones. Moving from Android, you would feel that you move from a 5,000 mAh battery or even 6,000 mAh batteries which come out these days. It's too much of a lag, I would say, in terms of how much the battery can support for continuous usage. And the other major con is the price. If you compare the price, you might still go purchase a Android phone at a 30k 40k sweet spot where you might get everything which the iPhone can do. But again, this is again totally left up to you. The other major thing which I also think is the ecosystem, which is again a pro as well as a con. If you compare it with using it with an I would say a MacBook, then it's definitely better because you have the AirDrop feature, which using which you can transfer files and stuff which you want between your systems. But again, that is also a con because you might not find it as comfortable as you use an Android. It's just a plug-in and you try to send it via Bluetooth, but that's not the case. Here it's to make sure that you're in the ecosystem. So you should be using an iPad and a MacBook and an iPhone. Then I think you might be using the Apple ecosystem in a very better way. But again, there are standalone users who use just the iPhone and keep using it long term. So if you ask me if I'll purchase this phone at 80,000 right now, I might wait for a discount if there is any Amazon sale or Flipkart sale, and I would try to purchase it during that. When I purchased it, as I said, it was 81,000. I would still wait for the price to come down, but I would still say that this is the best iPhone in terms of usage I've used till now. And I can also say the other Android phone which I loved the most was OnePlus 6T, and it was the best, I would say, in terms of Android which I have used. And I would definitely recommend you to go for an iPhone 13 if this is really something of your interest, and if you're thinking it's a no nonsense phone, you can definitely go for it. And I think you won't be really feeling bad or miserable after purchasing it, which I felt when I purchased iPhone 12, because I even purchased that at around 55,000 during a Flipkart sale. But again, I really reckon why I go for it, because it was lesser on battery as I moved from Android. As I moved from OnePlus 60, my OnePlus 60, even after a very good usage, used to come for close to 1.5 days. But again, this iPhone 12 used to go dead by evening. So I think in terms of comparing it with iPhone 12, iPhone 13 is definitely better. And if you feel that you want to spend some more bucks, I would say you should purchase the iPhone 13 Pro. And as I said, when you're using an iPhone, think long term. Over and out. Thanks a lot for watching the video.